It's the coaching game. So the coaching game is actually the first tool that we develop in Points of View. It started with a dream. I can tell you that nobody understood what Efrat, me, were working on. It was 15 years ago, almost. Really, everybody thought that we are crazy. We took loans to make it happen, and it took us 9 months. Actually, in week 42, it's a she was born. The coaching game is a she. And yet, every time that I open it, by the way, I feel like it's a baby that I'm putting his diaper. So the coaching game is the first tool. When Efrat and me developed it, it was completely intuitive. We didn't know what we were doing. We were following our heart, and we were doing our best to make something that will really help people to connect to themselves, to talk with each other, and to get insights. Only after the game was out, suddenly lots of professors and doctors from all around the world told us about the theories behind it, but I swear we didn't thought about any theory. We didn't even think about it. So the coaching game, it's not really a game. When we developed it, we wanted it to be more available and accessible to people that until now, all the cards and those things were too esoteric for them. And this is why we called it a game, because when people are playing, they are willing much more to take risks, to say things that usually they don't say. But this is a really powerful tool. And actually, the coaching game, or I just want to say a few more things. When we developed the game, we didn't know, again, too much. We just followed our intuition. We knew two things. We knew it's going to come in a cloth. Why? I think because we thought that, first of all, we knew that in Israel, we sell the game in retail stores. So when we imagined Points of View in the beginning, we wanted people at the store to look at the cloth and to stop and to say what it is and to want to touch it. So we thought that the cloth, it's going to be a good stopper. Plus the cloth, when you are dealing with the personal development issues, there is something soft in it. And today when I was preparing the workshop, I found the first prototype in my room, the first prototype of the coaching game. This is how it looked like. This is the first prototype from 2005, December 2005. Maybe later I will show you what's inside, but that was the first prototype. You see, it also came in a cloth. And Efrat and me went to choose and to prepare it. So cloth was the one thing that we knew. The second thing, we knew that it's going to be based on photos. Why? Back then, we didn't really know why, but I think it's one of the most important and precise intuitive decisions that we made, that it's based on photos. And when we started just think about it, it was 15 years ago. There wasn't Instagram yet. The mobile phone, it wasn't like today that every day everybody takes photographs. So this is how it started. So the coaching game can allow you to take any issue that you are dealing with in your life or your client is dealing, and you can help them observe in this issue from different points of view, different perspectives. You can play it with yourself alone, and you will have a chance to do it on Tuesday. You can play it with another person, a client, a life partner, a child, and you can play it with a group of people. Each game, you can play with up to 65 participants with each tool. And what's inside the game? You have the cards. First of all, you have one card that can teach you or guide you how to look at the photo and how to look at the title. You will see soon. There are photos and titles, different kind of cards. Everything is possible. Beginning, alone. You can see that the connection between the title and the visual and the photo, it's not something obvious. Sometimes it takes you a few seconds to understand how come alone and she smiled. It creates a dissonance. In Points of View, not like anywhere else, we love dissonance. Dissonance, it's the moment where we are out of our comfort zone. Dissonance, it's this crack between our 170 degrees and our 190 degrees that is hidden. So in Points of View, we are trying to create a dissonance. We are doing it again in a beautiful way with music, with photos, with activities. But the state of dissonance, it's an opportunity for us really to change our point of view, to change our perspective. So the connection between the title and the photo, It's something that sometimes doesn't make sense, and then suddenly it clicks. And so we have 65 cards. So we are going to work with them. I have so many things to tell you, I have to be honest, but I'm following by the book, and we don't have enough of time. If we have time later, I will tell you more. So we have the 65 cards. Plus, we have a book that comes with the coaching game. On each card, there is a page number. And then in the book, you have a corresponding content on each of the cards with stories that we collected from all over the world, folk stories, true stories, Zen stories, Hasidic stories. You have some quotes. Some of the quotes even contradict each other, because again, the purpose of points of view, it's not to tell you what is failure or what is success or what is joy. We don't know. It's individual. What we are trying to do, we are trying to again create an experience, an interaction for everyone with themselves or the people around them, to ask myself, what is failure for me? What is difficulty for me? So the questions and the quotes over here might even contradict each other in order to create a discussion. You have some questions. Some of the questions are some of them philosophical, and you can talk about them for an hour. And some of them are very practical and taking you to the next step, coaching-oriented questions. And there is another visual and some more associations. So we have the book. We have a layout chart, a layout process chart. It's a kind of a board game. This is our kind of a board game. In the coaching game, we have 4 of them, 1, 2, and another 2 on the other side. And once you will finish creative practice with the Efrat, most likely you will learn how to create endless amount of processes for yourself. You can come up with a layout chart for every topic, every target audience, whatever you want. It's easy. And this process chart helps you to create a structure journey with your clients or with yourself. And again, on Tuesday, you will experience it for yourself, the power of the process charts. So we have one process chart that's called gain and loss, looking at decisions that we need to make and understanding more in depth what is the things that we will earn and the prices that we will pay. We have another one that's called past, present, and future. And take any issue with our relationship, career, anything, and observe it on a perspective of what happened in the past, what is happening now, and what is the potential. And we have 2 more. Again, we will talk about it on Tuesday. And last thing that you have in the coaching game is focus notes. Focus notes, actually, it's the part of where our coaching background, Efrat's and mine, manifested. This is a place where you can, first of all, right in the beginning of the session, your clients or your own focus for the process, the thing that you really would like to observe. And then in the end of the session, there is a place to sum up the most significant insight from the process. This helps you or your clients that you are working with really, after they did the dance and expand their point of view, to focus down and to ground their insight into something concretic. And there is also a place for you to write with your client, or if you are playing with yourself, your action items. An action that you are going to take for the upcoming 24 hours, an action for the upcoming week, an action for the upcoming months. I can tell you that sometimes those small actions that we are recommending for people to take, not big ones, and again, we'll talk about it on Tuesday, this focus note sometimes create unbelievable breakthrough. When somebody's playing the game and in the end really summarizing for themselves their insight and a small action they are going to take, it's like throwing a stone to the water, and it's unbelievable where the waves are going. So this is the coaching game.